Good day, good day, good day. How are you? How are you? Today is Wednesday. The time is around, it's 10 to 11. Just come from the gym. Feeling very pleased with myself. My second consecutive day of getting to the gym, which is kind of cool because if you listen to or watch the last post that I did, I talked about what a struggle it was to actually get up in the morning to get myself to the gym. And today it wasn't as difficult. If this is the first time you're watching this, my name is Sylvia Smith. I am the CEO of Incline Training Consultants. I also run a site called Money Matters with Sylvia Smith and another one called Learning Curve. And this morning, I feel sort of drawn to talk about a book that I've just finished. This is Braving the Wilderness by someone called Brené Brown. Brené Brown is a social worker, but she's also a college professor. And I really like her. I really like her material. What I particularly like about her is that her material is accessible to a wider group of people. It's not just stuff for academics, and that would be the inclination as an academic to sort of write material that only other academics read. Well, I like Brené Brown because she applies her material and her research to real life. And as I say, it's truly accessible. So I would highly recommend you get that book if you're interested in sort of personal growth and development. She talks about some very interesting things. And one of the, I've sort of more or less finished the book. And just as I've got to the end of the book, she made a comment that really resonated with me. And it was something along the lines of, stop looking for confirmation that you don't belong. And I don't know, that resonated with me for some reason. And I think it resonated because I was thinking more about, myself and my community as a black person. And okay, there may be all kinds of reasons why there are sort of pitfalls in that comment. But I think if we're going to survive as a people in what is often a very hostile world, we have to try to move beyond looking for reasons to confirm that we don't belong, because it's a bit of a rabbit hole if we think in those terms, if we think in terms of looking for reasons why we don't belong. If you have any kind of thoughts on that comment, please do leave comments in the comment box below, because I think it's a pretty profound statement. I don't think, for me, it's about denying what exists, what we are confronted with on a day-to-day basis. But I do think that if we're going to hold ourselves up, get ourselves through our lives, we need to move away from looking for confirmation, because where can that possibly lead? Yes, it's great to have awareness, which is certainly something that, is necessary in terms of one's sensibilities and in terms of one's awareness of self. But it's not somewhere that I think we need to reside, and we need to encourage each other to try to look beyond that whole kind of sense of confirmation that we don't belong. Because trust me, it's not going to get us anywhere. And we need to kind of acknowledge the hostility that we often face, but at the same time, what do we do or what can we do to survive? And I think this is where sort of things like positive psychology are really, really useful. Yep, that's my little rant about that. If you have any comments to make in response to that, it would be lovely to strike up a conversation, because, as I say, I found it a pretty profound statement. And as I also suggest, why not get the book? As I quite enjoyed listening to it on audiobook. I'm really finding that quite useful. So check that out. Okay, so the other thing I guess I wanted to also talk about was, briefly, was ideas for these posts. And interestingly enough, I have been using this phone app. I can't remember what it's called for the minute now. The one with the elephant image. Oh goodness, what's it called? Notebook? Anyway, it's an app. I'm sure you'll remember what it is, but I can't remember what it is right now. I'm having another senior moment, no doubt. And I found a kind of a wellspring of ideas that I noted down for things, for activity just like this. And, it just reinforces to me the value of noting things down when you have ideas. Now, you can obviously do it in handwritten form, but it was quite nice to find the sort of notes I'd made as far back as 2014, and possibly even further back than that, because I think once I changed phones, the note thing, the note app transferred to it. So I'm going to make use of that notebook, those notes I made, because there was topics in there that I was clearly interested in talking about, and I'd just written them down and forgotten about them. So do make sure you share and follow, and comment. Most importantly, comment if you have any comments about anything that I've talked about, or if you have any ideas, or if it resonates with you in any way, shape or form, do comment. I do intend to do some Facebook Lives, but I do like the way that my camera on my phone, or the video function on my phone, works. It's very, very clear, whereas the Facebook Live, not so much. Not so much. But there is an immediacy with Facebook Live, and if I am going to do any Facebook Lives, I will let you know in advance, so that you can come and meet me there, and we can perhaps have a very live conversation about topics that I happen to be chatting about. So that's my little conversation with you. Having now left the gym, I'm heading back to my home office to continue with the day. Take good care and have a wonderful day. And as I always say, peace.